is home, my other brother.
Right.
And I said, I gotta go to Atlantic City.
But instead you came here.
Alright, so today I'm talking about a dude who lost his way because he was scared to travel in the dark, but not scared enough to avoid showing up at Stinghouse.
Hey, come on in.
Yes, meet Anthony Palumbo, the man with a bunch of twisted desires and even more twisted excuses. So Anthony was 46 years old when he started an internet conversation with someone he thought was a boy. So this dude went by the name Hi Buddy What's Up, and ever so coolly, he decided to shave off 10 years from his age and stated that he was 35 years old instead of, well, you can do the math. Although things started on a lighter note, soon he started getting into the real deal. And when I saw the real deal, he actually asked the decoy if he was a top or bottom. And no, he didn't stop just there. He went further, asking about the boy's history of oral activities, everyone's favorite. When the decoy innocently threw the question back at him asking what he meant by top or bottom, Anthony decided to come clean, or shall I say raw. Yep, this dude was planning on going all the way without any protection. In clear terms, he mentioned no rubber. Though Anthony was far from one, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what he meant. And when the decoy raised concerns about the risk involved in doing so, Anthony had the audacity to laugh out loud. Yeah, I'm not kidding, lol, he said. But while the decoy was trying to dish out some secondhand health education, Anthony was only interested in getting the details of the act right. However, there was one concern he did have. If the decoy was a police officer, yeah, I guess he should have stuck to his intuition. But, well, sometimes morons simply can't help themselves. After offering to bring booze, Anthony then started to inquire about the boy's experience with meeting people online. And nope, he didn't stop at that. He wanted to know what they would do after meeting. And mind you, his inquiries were as all in caps, emphasizing just how much it mattered to him. And although he insisted that he wasn't ready to play game, he had no idea that he was already part of something just as well organized, but far more serious than a game. Upon arriving at the house, Anthony first praised the decoy for giving clear directions, and like he promised, he did bring that bottle with him.
You were good direction.
But as he handed the booze over, he started to worry about an entirely different thing. This kid was talking too much, and his booze was getting warmer. The only thing that mattered to him was to make sure the booze hit the fridge, and soon. Well, looks like someone liked their drinks chilled.
You can put that in the fridge.
Yeah, I'll put it in a little bit.
All right. I'll relax.
Anthony then admitted to feeling nervous and claimed that his visit to Atlantic City was the main purpose for his presence at the residence.
My excuse to come here, I went to Atlantic City.
Well, looks like he was in desperate need of a pit stop. But well, not even 1 minute into the conversation, and my man was back to being concerned about the booze. He was persistently and adamantly requesting the decoy to put the bottles in the refrigerator to ensure it was chilled to his liking.
Put that in the refrigerator. I don't know, just chill out.
When the decoy inquired about what was happening, you have to hear what he said.
We'll see what happened.
I mean, what a vague answer. Usually when decoys say they are nervous, people try to console them. But Anthony had only one thing in mind, his booze.
You could put that in the refrigerator anytime.
But just as he was trying to make himself comfortable and get settled in the house, Chris just so happened to crash the party.
So why'd you need the cover story to go to Atlantic City?
First of all, the accent had me. Secondly, Atlantic City to see his brother, that's a wild cover story. I mean, that's a first for me.
No, my brother is home, my other brother.
Right.
And I said, I gotta go to Atlantic City.
But instead you came here.
I guess our man here was quite fond of gambling. Whether it was just a casual hobby or potentially leaned towards an addiction, his enthusiasm for risk-taking was quite evident.
So you like to gamble?
Yeah, I love to gamble.
You took a little bit of a gamble coming in here tonight.
However, Chris destroyed his arguments in mere seconds. Well, of course, it was clear that he would try to downplay his excuses, but his voice betrayed his nervousness.
You said you were nervous when you came in. Why were you so
Yeah,
nervous?
because I was going to Atlantic City.
But wait, what exactly made him nervous? Well, you have to listen to this.
The nighttime makes you nervous.
Yeah, driving. I'm not a driver at night.
Yes, the dude was scared of the dark. That's a first. I've never seen a moron get spooked over something as basic as that. It's honestly pretty hilarious with context though. But just wait until you hear what Chris threw at him next. It's absolutely savage and totally unexpected.
What about visiting a boy who's home alone? Does that make you nervous?
Oh, classic Chris. The man never holds back with his bold statement.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
I just wanted to just say hi. It
Just
was
to
not
say
that,
hi
yeah.
and drop off a package.
So, let me get this straight. Anthony was suggesting that he just wanted to casually say hi and drop off some booze at the decoy's house. That explanation seems a little far-fetched and hard to believe, doesn't it? Then he said something even more insane.
I had beer.
Have you been drinking tonight?
No, not at all. You could smell my breath. Not at all.
It's okay, I don't need to do that.
Wait, did he just ask Chris to smell his breath? That's pretty weird and definitely adds another layer of weirdness to the whole situation.
How old are you?
39.
39. You said you were 35 online.
The pause he took before saying 39 proves that he was lying. But wait, there's more. Remember that top or bottom text from earlier? Chris didn't let it slide and brought it up during the confrontation. So what was his explanation for that?
Did I ask that? I don't remember that.
Are you top or bottom?
I mean, this dude was next level crazy. When Chris pressed him about the explicit text where he clearly stated, "I'm horny," guess how he attempted to justify his actions?
I was just fooling around.
For real? Who even fools around by dropping a line like that? I'd be mortified doing that even with someone my own age. When Chris asked him about his message that the decoy might be a cop, this guy totally dodged the question and gave some sketchy, vague responses. It's pretty obvious he was trying to cover his track.
Just joking.
Just joking.
When he was confronted as to what made him drive all the way here to see the decoy, you have to see what he said.
I thought it was like I wanted to hang out with someone, like a friend.
Man started talking in gibberish. He was trying to play it off like he just wanted a buddy, but what he dropped next was seriously homophobic and totally out of pocket, especially since he knew full well why he was there. It's super unsettling and just makes the whole situation even more messed up.
Like I thought he was like 18, something like that. It wasn't. I'm not gay or anything.
Poor Chris had to explain to him that it wasn't about being gay.
This isn't about gay
No,
or
I'm
straight.
just saying, I'm straight, I'm
Nobody
just
cares
saying.
what adults do.
The age is really the only thing wrong here, and the pushiness. And Anthony being a brazen piece of shit. And, well, you get the idea. Suffice it to say, being gay would be fine in literally any other circumstance. But instead of owning up to it, Anthony got all defensive, which just added to the awkward, intense vibe of the conversation.
How old are you, you ask? 14, I told you that already.
And well, the defensiveness continued to no end. It was clear as day that he was just looking for any excuse to get out of there and wrap up this awkward and uncomfortable encounter as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I know. I did a stupid thing.
And then came the big reveal. When asked if he watched TV, he nonchalantly claimed he only tuned in once in a while, insisting he wasn't really a TV person. Well, if he was, who knows, it might have saved him from this entire predicament. But never mind all that. Just watch how his face went visibly pale as the real truth started to unravel.
I
like
wouldn't
to
want to be, oh boy.
Hey, you can...
And right on cue, he resorted to the classic covering the face move, a clear giveaway that he had been caught red-handed and was now scrambling to figure out how to react and save face in this tense situation.
I
like
wouldn't
to
want to be, oh boy.
Hey, you can...
Oh, what a shame that he suddenly had to make a quick exit, and he even left his precious booze behind. But just as he stepped out of the house, the real drama unfolded.
Startled by the police.
The internet wasted no time in having a field day, creating a plethora of memes about him in seconds. The buzz was so intense that someone even went as far as crafting an adult nursery rhyme version of him. Gotta say, if one good thing came from this mess, it's how he at least spun some serious wheels of creativity for a lot of people.
He's Anthony Palumbo, and he's horny.
Well, yeah.
You want to do it raw? Raw?
This has got to be the funniest meme ever birthed by the TCAP fandom, bar none. Oh, there's another version of the meme? The creativity and humor just keeps on coming. I can't wait to see how they've spun it this time. Watch this.
Like 18, something like that. Driving, going to Atlantic City. Beep, beep.
People out there have an incredible knack for creativity. It's amazing to see how they can turn even serious situations into something humorous and entertaining. Again, silver lining. And guess what? People are absolutely loving the song, and I've got to admit, it's pretty awesome. It's certainly living in my head rent-free, that's for sure. But it's honestly so incredibly insane. Some sites are even dropping merch with his name on it. Hope the dude isn't too litigious though. I mean, no matter how you slice it, this will always be hilarious. No matter how many times you see it. Putting the jokes aside for the moment, Anthony was caught up in some serious legal issues that could have landed him behind bars for a minimum of 10 years. It's kind of weird how there's not much info about him floating around online. But get this, in 2019, he got into more trouble. He was linked to a hit-and-run accident, which got him a 45-day stint in jail. Talk about a rough ride. People on Reddit have mostly been poking fun at his accident. It's become a sort of running joke and has led to yet more memes and comments. God knows we need more of them, right? But yeah, beer in the fridge is an impression that mostly everyone posted about him. And again, the memers and editors out there in the TCAP community really have a knack for making all sorts of crazy stuff about him. And all of it coming at the expense of such a horrible excuse for a person is so satisfying. Nevertheless, someone did share what appears to be an alleged photograph of him from this year, 2024, for all my friends from the future. While it's hard to say if it's real or fake, but internet is doing its thing and finding out more about him every day. By the way, this meme that I found is so accurate. Anthony Palumbo's case wasn't dramatic, but his awkward demeanor and odd phrasing cemented him in internet infamy. However, his cluelessness and peculiar way of speaking provided unintentional comedic moments, and thus all the memes and ridicule.
Put that in the refrigerator.
Despite the laughs, Palumbo's actions were no laughing matter at the end of the day. He was arrested and faced serious consequences. He was convicted of the array of charges you'd expect from your average TCAP superstar and sentenced to lifetime parole supervision.
Everybody back. Let's go.
Anthony Palumbo's case, filled with its awkward moments and all, serves as a clear reminder of the real dangers posed by online creeps with some really nefarious intentions. While TCAP was definitely controversial, it played a significant role in raising awareness and highlighting the seriousness of this issue.
We'll see what happens.
Critics argued that the show could inadvertently glamorize or normalize such twisted behavior.
You asked him in your chat if he was top or bottom. What does that mean?
However, you have to agree. The show did a solid job of showing how risky online creeps can be and hyping up internet safety. Oftentimes, these guys try to run away and try to escape the situation, but well, it's shows like TCAP that can help give them the necessary reality check. As technology continues to evolve and the internet becomes an increasingly integral part of our lives, the need for effective and ethical strategies to curb this menace becomes paramount.
Kids don't like to be tricked. You start there and you ratchet it up as they get older and have more access to the internet.
In fact, Chris Tildate gets positive response for the show and has strong opinions about continuing this.
And creates a dialogue that has to continue. You can't jail them all.
But the world isn't a small place. How could we possibly catch all the offenders? To which Chris has pretty crystal opinion.
So your best defense is education and to have this discussion.
Overall, what happened in the case of Anthony was a very sad and tragic story. He himself was in the closet, not coming out to the world, but he forgot that sneaking to someone young won't make him feel any better. It only made him an offender. And hey, at the end of the day, at least he's off the street. So, who else would you like me to cover in my next video? Make sure to let me know in the comments, and your suggestion just might make it in. You could also leave me a message on my social media pages, and please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on my post notification. And hey, if you thought this video was crazy, wait till you see the next one. It's even crazier.